your boy, all the way from MovieCon, and now it's SopranoCon today. Yesterday was like a very big moment here. There was a big announcement for a sequel to Gotti 2, the 1996 one. They got a new writer and producer that's going to do it. Same guy, Nick Vallelonga from the Green Book. He wrote and produced it. Great movie, great writing, great production, especially for a movie that was mostly on the road. I think the first one in '96 was cinema magic. I mean, I'd put it up there, the dialogue up there with The Godfather. The dialogue was amazing. I would have never changed the writing, even for 1996. We're talking about, wow, 24, 25 years ago, 26 years ago probably when they made it, and then it comes out, like a year later. I think they did an incredible job. I think the only thing I wouldn't change would be the writing. If, the writer is still, up to par on his game like he was in that. That should have been a movie made for the theaters, not, cable networks or miniseries or anything like that, which it wasn't a miniseries. I'm just explaining. So I know I've been gone for a while. You can hear my voice. I had some testing, MRIs just for the back and neck for work. I'm heading back to work soon, so I had to get some testing done. And then I was working on a new series with Sonova Cantrell, Chasing Justice. We're going to do true crime. And we're not trying to figure out who did these cold cases. We're trying to figure out why they weren't solved, the reasons and things like that. It's actually interesting the way we're swinging it. So I was filming a few of those to get those started and just got real busy with, last minute MovieCon, Soprano. I didn't even know that there was going to be like a SopranoCon, MovieCon mix. I was able to get an invite at the last minute. I hate wearing these things. It feels embarrassing. They always think that you're somebody you're not, right? So, actually, I think it was just for last night, and for certain things today you needed it. You could have just paid admission and probably went in. But you can go to certain places with it, but it's embarrassing. I don't know. I hate when somebody looks at you and thinks you're somebody else or something like that. It's weird. I don't take as vain as I am, I don't do well with being noticed to be somebody else. But it's a great time. I mean, it was great that a podcaster that's not in this genre, he does A-list actors and A-list music, mostly music producers, and knows everybody in the business. I hear a lot of people call him a friend, and you don't hardly ever hear it in the business that he's in. Premium Pete show, it's on podcasting. I was able to run into him and say hello. That was nice that he stopped, took a picture. He is exactly where podcasters should want to be. You don't need the 500,000 subs and the million hours of watch time. He gets the right guest. He's got the right amount of subs. He gets a ton of watch time, and he actually knows what he's doing. Like, I don't know him on a very, very personal level, but I know of his work, and he's like a guy that I could see them offering him like a late night spot one day. It's funny, entertaining, knows the business, knows inside and out the guest in front of him, and I was able to take a picture and talk to him for a little while. Like I said, he actually hosted, which was probably, I don't know if it was a career highlight, but he was hosting the, reunion, anniversary, whatever you want to call it, for the Gotti movie with the announcement. He was part of it. He was actually the host, so he had the crowd going crazy. He had the people up and going. He was talking to everybody. It was a great, great night. It really was. So I had no idea this week was going to be like this. I was going to put out some good content. Humidity in here is crazy. But I was going to put out some great content this week, and it just got away from me. And then in and out of the air conditioner with the weather being so weird up and down. I mean, like last night, after everything was done, I was outside hanging out. It was beautiful. I couldn't believe it, how cool it was. I actually put a sweatshirt on. So the weather's been crazy. And because of that, I lose my voice. So I didn't want to come on here and half-ass anything. I want to make sure I give you guys always, solid content. Even with the nonsense that was going on before this week, actually, probably since I've been off YouTube, there was craziness going on, and then crazy is squashed. And me, I have no problem with nobody. I have no problem. I said my bit in the beginning, which was a mistake by me. I usually just keep quiet, even though I got a big mouth. But I added a lot of wood to the fire that was already started. And, listen, guys in this genre, I mean, you might not like the caliber of street guys they are, but they're street guys. They were, or at one point, not anymore, but they were street guys, and you try to, downgrade, not necessarily take it away from them, because I would never do that. That's a lie then. But you downgrade them. And that was my part on some of these things. And I accept it. I downgraded it. But I didn't lie. Never came on here and told a lie. And I've always given you guys solid content, and I will continue that. That's what you will continue getting from me. Solid content. I'm going to start a series of stories coming up. We're going to give you one every day again. I'm hoping that the voice comes back. Probably heading home. I don't know. There's another day tomorrow. But I'm exhausted. This whole week, from Monday to today, has been on the go. On the go. Last night, I got a good night's sleep. A good night's sleep's 5 hours for me. And I'm glad that, podcasting's getting back to normal. Well, as normal as this genre can be. So I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Me, like I said, I'm all good with everybody. I'm not, and even being here for the weekend, like walking around by myself and people showing lots of love. People you wouldn't expect showing lots of love. So I've never been here before. Like, they have one of the most amazing pools, probably the best pool in all of New Jersey is in this place. And I'm not giving anybody a plug, so I'm not telling you what it is. But I actually stopped by, and like usual, the Cabanas had some, music, big shots, and big shots, in the game. And the pool's still good. And I remember this being years ago, it was considered, even though it was men and women, but they called it the old lady casino, because this is where you came to play slots. I mean, they would fly people in, and they would only play slots. Fly. Yeah, they would comp flights for people to come to this casino and play slot machines. And that's when I learned at a young age that slot machines pay for all the stuff that they comp you. Not the blackjack table, not the dice game, slot machines. Slot machines keep the lights on. That's what they used to say. And they needed to spruce this place up. They keep calling me. That's why you keep seeing me look up. I tried to do it inside. I'm gonna make videos for you guys, not to jump off subject, inside SopranoCon and MovieCon. I couldn't. SopranoCon, I'm gonna take some video in there and I'll post it, because there's no reception, there's no bars, I can't get anything in there. I wanted to do a live, but you can't. There's only one bar, and it doesn't even work. It goes right to no internet service, and there's no Wi-Fi in here, so you can forget that. So back to the story, and they had to spruce the place up. So what they did was they came up with an idea to throw a pool party. That was a weird day, and we would always stay on this side of Atlantic City, because it was by the water where we were. The casino that we stayed in was one of Trump's properties, and it had it was by the water, so it was away from everything. So since this casino's next to it, not even 5-minute cab ride, they opened up a pool here, did some work to the casino, and it became the best pool party in Atlantic City, probably the best pool in New Jersey, like I said. I know a lot of spots in Jersey, and this by far, their pool is amazing. And back in the day, it was not that far back in the day, but hip-hop back in the day, good hip-hop back in the day. And the thing was, it was always a fight. I mean, it was like, damn. You know, make sure, don't wear slippers. You go to a pool party and not wear slippers, right? Sneakers on, you know, unless you just go by yourself, then you're guaranteed to be okay. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was amazing times here. But the thing was, I never walked through the casino except to get to the pool, and it was off to the side. I just walked through the casino for the first time, and nobody loved the casino more than I did, and I never gambled in this casino. And it's crazy because I walked around it today, I still didn't gamble. It's something, it's all mental, because I thought, like, I used to love to gamble. Win or lose, I had the same feeling. It was weird. I thought I was addicted to gambling, and I wasn't. As soon as I wasn't able to gamble anymore, I never did. I mean, it's been forever. I don't know. I mean, I think I played blackjack a handful of times since coming to Atlantic City for a show or something, since I've been home or something like that. But I have no desire to gamble at all. They got sports gambling here. Seen the sports book, just kept moving. It's crazy. Didn't even have the feeling. It's a great thing. I kind of thought I didn't have an addictive personality, and now I'm pretty sure. I have an impulse personality, impulse shopper. And that's probably anything with a name on it. Clothes, accessories, anything like that. I think, because I don't think that I'm addicted to shopping as a guy. I don't know. I know guys are addicted to shopping, but I think it's the impulse buy. Yeah, I just gotta slow the impulses up, and then that'll be good. But I mean, I haven't shopped since I've been out of work, so I know I could stop that as well. So I haven't bought a single piece unless I got rid of a piece, and then I would grab another one, like with, you know, a box logo or something like that. Is the only way I would get it. If I had like come out of my pocket for fresh money, no. But if I had something on consignment with them and I just switched it out, I would do that. I haven't purchased anything, so I think that was just impulse buying as well. Something I've learned something every day, no matter how old you are. Which everybody knows, you learn something every day, but you learn something new about yourself. Mostly, yeah. I think in this, because this is like my first time actually, you know, living like this and being around. This is it's very weird. I've never been in one of these before. And it's crazy because I didn't watch The Sopranos in full, like how everybody used to gather around on Sunday nights or whatever and watch it. That wasn't me. I watched the whole series back in 2015 or 2016. I think it took me like a month to get through it. And it wasn't bad. For fiction, it was actually very good, but definitely wouldn't have been something I was watching when I was out there running around. I guess 2 billionaires went to space. I don't have news. I use a certain network where you could just go on and watch TV series and movies. I don't give nobody a plug there. But so I hooked that up, and back in April of 2020, and I haven't watched the news since. If I see something on Apple News, give Apple a plug, because I got a podcast with them. So yeah, I just didn't. I just read it. 2 billionaires went to space, and people are talking about it. I'm like, when did that not become like worldwide news? Maybe it was, but it wasn't. I haven't heard anybody even speak about it. I just read it this morning during breakfast. Actually, I should have took a picture of the people that asked me how bogged out that I still buy the Post. Shout out to the Post. I always shout them out. I buy a Post every day. I still read the Post, and I was reading it at breakfast, and I was reading an article about it. and something about them putting a time capsule and sending it up there or whatever. I don't know. Very weird, because I guess I didn't hear the other stories, so I can't even put it together or really talk about it, because I don't know about it. I don't like to talk about things I don't know. I just know 2 billionaires went to space. Crazy. And something that probably looked like an MRI machine, because I didn't see the picture. That's insane where we are in 2021. It's insane where I am. Alive, free, and at a Soprano con, at a movie con. It's fucking insane. Excuse my language. But yeah, so it's pretty good. A lot of people here. I don't know if I'm gonna stick around. If I do, I'm gonna try to film inside. Maybe at some point, I'm only right outside the doors. At some point, I gotta find service somewhere, and it's very loud. There's a lot of music playing, so we don't want anybody calling up on a copyright infringement or something. There's a lot of music, but soprano music, so I don't know what that would be considered. So the voice is coming back a little bit. I'm hoping to post some more videos on here, and then I'll give you guys some content, hopefully tomorrow or Monday. Because once I give you one, I'm going to just continue for the whole week. So I want to make sure I give you like 4 or 5 in a row. I'm trying to give one every day. I got enough content too. It's just the point of not sounding like Marlon Brando. I don't want people to think that I'm purposely speaking like this. Even though it's not too much different than my real voice, I don't know how it comes out on YouTube. But it's a great day. I'm glad that all old beefs are settled. Hopefully, most of them. Maybe the lies will stop and the BS will stop, with other things. And we're all good. I'm just going to get a lot of Hootie content. I want to let everybody know how thankful I am for everybody that has subscribed. I had a few people hit me up that I was helping with channels at one point that didn't try to throw me under the bus and, asking me about numbers. They're doing pretty well. And you have to understand something. I have 2,100, something like that. I've built channels that are 2,100. I've built channels that are 1,500. But that's not money. People DMing, and there's no paycheck in that. We're doing it. It's like volunteer work. I have the stories. I want to give them to you, and hopefully it turns into something else. You gotta have, and I don't care what anybody tells you. These guys are not making money. You want to make at least a decent paycheck? You're talking about 50,000 subscribers and 500,000 views a month. Then you can start bringing home a decent paycheck. And believe me, probably 90% of YouTube is not even close to that. Okay? Listen to me, 50,000 subscribers and over 500,000 views, and you can bring home a decent paycheck every month. Nobody's even close to that. People see 2,100 subs. I see 2,100 people that are listening to my stories, and I'm overwhelmed with appreciation. And people think that YouTube sends you a check. They don't. There's no check. Zero. And even though I have a low quality YouTube channel, there's still people involved that help with it and do things. So their time is volunteered, my time is volunteered. But if that one person out there out of 2,100 is actually listening, because there's actually more than 2,100, they just won't subscribe because they don't want to put their email and be known to be watching this kind of genre. But if it helps them, then I'm good with it. I sleep well at night. Trying to live the best life I can live. You always want to be somewhere else, but the grass isn't greener on the other side. You just want to be doing better with something else. That's all. You always want to be doing different projects, and you hope one of them succeed. And if you fail, you get back up and do it again. I never understood that when I started listening to people speak and say things, and how people would buckle after one failure. And I'm like, oh shit, man. Where I come from and how I was raised and the background I come from, And I'm not even talking about street stuff, or just coming from nothing and having nothing. I can't tell you how many times you fail. You got no money to start something. You start something on the cuff. You're gonna fail a bunch of times. I never considered them failures. They were like learning experiences. And then hear people talking, like, you know, get up, get back out there, all these motivating. I'm like, yeah, no, that's what you have to do when you come from a poor family anyway. There's no such thing as doing a bit on, we used to call it doing a bit on a couch. You know, guys with a few dollars fail at something and they'd be on the couch for the next 6 months watching TV. It's like, no. If I'm on the couch for 30 days, my lights will get shut off. So I gotta work no matter what. So I don't know what all that I mean, you gotta always expect that there's failure involved in anything you do. So it's very weird. And then, you know, when people ask my opinion and I talk about it, I don't realize how important my opinion is about certain situations. And I'm not talking about things that people do or a show. I'm talking about how a human being carries themselves, about failure. And it's like, nah, you need to go beyond humbling yourself. That's what you need to do, go beyond humbling yourself. Live without friends, a significant other, family. Live without all of that. And see if you can just sit on the couch after failure. You'll be in a homeless shelter. So failure is a part of everything. I mean, failure, I would say, is 90% a part of succeeding. Because a guy who fails so many times, when he finds something that he does succeed at a little bit, he's going to capitalize on that and make sure he succeeds a lot from that. Believe me, I've seen it done. And I've done it myself. But I just didn't consider it failing. I consider it as a learning experience, a learning curve, as we used to say, a learning curve. And then you got things like, I was walking around the casino for the first time ever, out of, I can't tell you how many trips to Atlantic City, and I stopped in the store to get a soda. It wasn't even a soda I like. And one bottle of soda. It's over here. I don't want to give them a plug. $5, right? I never pay attention to that because I don't drink out of cups, you know, like cups outside of my own place. Or, a friend or a family member at one point's place. I don't drink out of straws. I mean, unless I have to. Unless it's like the pizzeria drinks, fountain drinks, that's different. I don't eat a lot of fast food, so I don't drink out of a lot of cups like that with straws. So a lot of the drinks in the casino you can't drink because they come in cups, real glass cups that you don't know. I know they clean them or whatever, but I just don't. It's been a thing I've been mind forever. Since as far back as I can remember. Forever's a bad statement. I hate when people say that, forever. It's been forever. No, it's been a long time. So, and then I realized I was in a convenience store. First time I ever, maybe I didn't pay attention to this stuff years ago. I had no idea. Like prices, very rarely that I pay attention to. If I wanted it, I wanted it. But I was looking around and I noticed it's a convenience store that sells Louis XIII. Now, I don't know if any of you know what Louis XIII is, but 20 years ago, that same bottle of Louis XIII was like $35. I think it's like $5-6 grand now. They had it priced at, maybe even more. This was a convenient. I'm sorry for the wobbling, by the way. I don't carry a iPhone holder, and it's insane. I'm like, so then while I'm looking at it, the lady's like $5.25 with tax. I'm like, what tax? What are you talking about? What tax? Well, 5 had me like stunned. And I'm like, I didn't just pay it. I'm like, I'm in a convenience store that sells Louis XIII. Louis XIII is a very, very, very expensive cognac. It's in the Remy Martin family. It's not that I'm giving them a plug. That's all the way in France. I mean, that's where it came from. That's where Louis XIII used to come from. I haven't probably seen one or spoke about one in quite a while in Lent. And I'm like, I'm in a convenience store that says Louis XIII. Of course, a 16-ounce bottle of soda is $5.25. and I shouldn't even be drinking soda because I got to cut my cardio, no gym, because of a slip disc in the back. So I can't work out, and I got to cut my cardio. You know what happens with that, right? The bread, the pizza, and the pasta, 50 pounds, probably in 2 months. So I shouldn't even be drinking soda after getting, the news this week telling me I gotta cut all my activities back, which doesn't bother me. I just gotta be careful now what I eat. I'm already drinking soda. I went all day yesterday with just drinking water, so that was good. But I actually think I'm gonna throw this $5.25 bottle of soda out and get a bottle of water. They actually had bottles of water in there I could have got. I was just taking a walk around the casino, and I wound up walking inside a convenience store. It says convenience on it. It's a convenience store. It says $6,000 bottle of cognac. It's Atlantic City, I guess. I don't know. I thought they were doing bad here. The one good thing is no mask anywhere. I never bring a mask anywhere I go, so that was a plus. I was like, oh man, I hope I'm going to no bullshit because I don't want to put a mask on. Can't put a mask on. It ruins the face. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys. I don't want you to think I fell off. I didn't want you to think there was drama. I wanted to let you know where I was, what's been going on. You got great content coming at you. Appreciate the subs, appreciate the views. Just because. There's no other reason to appreciate 2,100 and 5,000 views, but just because. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate my haters, which is my first time I'm getting used to the haters. The haters used to hide and be behind your back. Now they're up front under a fake name, right? And some of them claim to be real names, but yeah, I appreciate them too. I'm just a guy that appreciates a lot of things because I'm still here at my age. I think somebody said that to me the other day. They said my age, and they're like, I don't need to appreciate anything else but my age, meaning my age. And I'm like, he's a smart guy, so it wasn't surprising. It was unexpected to hear it in that way. Like, forget the stories, forget the content. Appreciate that you made it to this age. And, with your life experiences and your trials and tribulations. It was a quick statement, but very deep, because I haven't stopped thinking about it since he said it to me. So just think of that. And you know somebody that's been through it. Forget about the stories. I know you love them. They're here for entertainment. They're true, but it's still entertainment because I no longer live like that. And to hear somebody say they just appreciate that I made it this far, appreciate the age. There's that one statement meant a lot. It was just, I appreciate your age. And you said my age, and that was deep. And I've been around a lot of smart people, a lot of people in this business, and I probably learned the most when he gives me a statement, because he's not a person that talks just to talk. When he talks, he has something to say. So I dissect that statement all week while I've been trying to recover this. I don't know what it is. I'm not sick. Like I said, it just must be from walking in and out of the air condition and being in a robe early on in the week in the MRI room. It was freezing. It was freezing. And then coming outside, I think at that day it was like 92 with the humidity. It was insane. So, appreciate you guys. Glad everybody's getting along. I'm good with everybody. So, I just wanted to give you a short video. Don't be mad that it's not content. You're going to get content. You're going to get pictures from Soprano Con. You're going to get, hopefully I can get a video off in there. And before I head home, and usually have something to watch. And then I'm going to get you the content as soon as I can. It's waiting. Don't worry. Don't go nowhere. Don't get frustrated. The content's coming. Stay up.